Hi everyone. I just want to take this special moment to welcome you all to a new month, a month that God will visit you and transform your life. There is a special event that I would like to invite you all to and share with you all. It is an event called Shiloh. It is a yearly program that we are always anticipating at the end of the year. And this program is going to be taking place in our headquarters in Nigeria, but it's going to be on a global platform, and everyone is able to join from wherever you are around the world through our YouTube channel. A lot of people travel from near and far all around the world to be on ground on this very, very special occasion because they know that we focus with determination and with faith in your heart. When you visit or you attend Shiloh, every year we hold it, people leave there transformed. People leave there and come back the next year with testimonies that are mind-boggling. I too have experienced God's mighty transforming power by following the instructions that are given as the word of God comes during Shiloh every year. And I want to just remind you of what Shiloh is. It is written in, we find this story in 1 Samuel 3. It is a story of how Samuel came to be. Samuel was one of the greatest prophets of God in the Bible. And this story began in 1 Samuel 3. Elkanah, his father, took his wives every year to Shiloh. His mother was Hannah, and his dad loved Hannah very much, but she did not have a child. And her rival, Peninnah, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Peninnah, would provoke Hannah that she would weep, all the time, constantly weeping, and she would not eat. But when she visited Shiloh a certain year, with the bitterness of soul in her heart, she prayed to the Lord and wept in anguish because of what she was going through by, not having a child. And she said to the Lord, she made a vow and said, "O Lord of hosts, if you will indeed look on the affliction of your maidservant and remember me, and not forget your maidservant, and you will bless her." She was specific that she wanted a male child. This was her Shiloh prayer request. She was telling God she wanted a child, a male child to be specific. She said to God that this vow, that if God blesses her with a child, she would lend him to the Lord all the days of his life. No razor would come upon his head. And as we all remember, the Samuel was one of the greatest prophets that we can record in the Bible. And I'm going to continue. While she was praying, Eli, the prophet, watched her and thought she was drunk because she was praying. Her mouth was moving, but words were not coming out of her mouth. She was crying from the depth of her heart to God. And he thought she was drunk. And he told him, he said, "Ma'am, put away that, drink or whatever you're drinking that's making you to pray like this." And she said, "No, God." She said to him, Eli, that she was not drunk. She was telling God of her desire. She told him what she wanted. And Eli said to her, "Go in peace. The God of Israel grant you your petition which you have asked." And as we know, God remembered Hannah. The next year, she became pregnant, and God blessed her with a baby, as we all know, called Samuel. She told her husband, it was the next year when they were supposed to go. She said she would going to wait to wean him, and she would take him back, and she would dedicate him to the Lord. And this is how we always come to Shiloh too. This Shiloh 2024, we all have been blessed by a prophet of God, and he has given to us the prophetic word for Shiloh 2024, which is ever-winning wisdom. And we might ask, what is wisdom? Wisdom is knowing what to do and doing it. The word of God is filled with wisdom that can set us apart. It can heal us. It can deliver us. It can cause us to not take decisions that are out of the will of God. The word of God is the wisdom of God. As we all know, that there are 4 types of wisdom. According to James 3:5-17, They are the earthly wisdom, intellectual wisdom that is gotten by studying, studying, going to school, devilish wisdom, which has to do with witchcraft and occultic and the dark things of the world. And it is the wisdom that is from above. That is the godly wisdom, the wisdom that Jesus operated in, the wisdom that God operated in, and the wisdom that God has given to us through his word that is also going to be bestowed to us for everyone that is, willing to ask God for this, wisdom from above. You can ask for wisdom from God because it is written in his word. He said, if you lack wisdom, ask, he will give to you freely. And throughout the year 2025, God has said to his servant that his word for us is that we shall be operating in heavenly wisdom, which is ever-winning wisdom. Wisdom is able to save you. Wisdom is able to protect you in every section, every section or area of your life: spiritual, financial, career, education, parental. The application of wisdom in every area of our life, it sets us apart. It lifts us up. So this Shiloh, what will be impacted in our life is the wisdom from above. The kind of wisdom that God will be impacting into our life is the kind of wisdom that will also cause us to rule in the midst of our enemies. That will cause us to be like the Joseph of our generation, the Daniel from our generation. As we remember, Daniel and Joseph were set apart. They operated, God blessed them with the spirit, with his spirit, and they were set apart. They ruled in the midst, they ruled with the kings and with whoever they served. And they were far better. Daniel was, and his Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they were far better than the people that the king was bringing up, and also Joseph. So come this Tuesday, December 10th, every nation will be gathered and impacted by the word of God that will also empower us. And I'm inviting you that, like the word of God, that is like a hammer that breaks rock into pieces. The word of God that provides solutions to situations that might seem impossible for you is the kind of wisdom and is the word that will be coming. So I don't want you all to miss it. I want you guys to take your time. I'm going to be posting the schedule, because we're going to be having a time difference. There's between a 6 to 7 hours difference between here, Nigeria, and here in the United States. So please, even if it's just session for between 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm on the Eastern Standard Time. Wherever you can join, please join and listen in. There's going to be, sessions throughout the middle of the night, in the mornings, and all this wisdom. There's going to be, people that are looking for children, people that are looking for career advancement, people that are looking for healing. There are going to be sessions during the morning sessions, and the evening sessions are going to be from 1 to 4. And also there's going to be session on Friday, which is where we're going to be using the mantle. So please join us on our YouTube page to watch all the session. And I guarantee you, by listening to the word from ministers that are going to be at this convention, your life will never be the same. Thank you, and God bless.